You ever notice how the world feels loud? Not just noisy, but demanding. Talk more, share more, be more visible, be more social. And if you're introverted, you've probably felt this quiet pressure your whole life. Like you're slightly out of sync with the world. Like everyone else got a rule book you never received. You watch people jump into conversations effortlessly, post without overthinking, network like it's breathing. And meanwhile you're thinking, why does this drain me so much? Why do I need so much alone time? Why do I feel different? Let me say this clearly. There is nothing wrong with you. In fact, your brain is doing something most people don't even realize exists. Today, we're uncovering the hidden strengths of introverts in a social world. Not the surface-level stuff you've heard before, but the deep psychological advantages hiding underneath your quiet nature. And by the end of this video, you might stop seeing introversion as something you tolerate and start seeing it as something powerful. First, we need to clear up a lie. A lie so common, most people don't even question it. The lie is this: being loud means being confident. Being social means being strong. Being quiet means you're lacking something. Psychology disagrees. The real difference between introverts and extroverts isn't confidence. It's how the brain processes stimulation. Extroverts are understimulated by default. They seek noise, people, movement, novelty to feel alive. Introverts are already highly stimulated internally. Thoughts, patterns, emotions, reflections. So when the world adds more input, it doesn't energize you, it overloads you. That's not weakness, that's sensitivity. And sensitivity, when understood, becomes precision. Here's your first hidden strength. Introverts are deep processors. While others react, you reflect. While others speak, you connect dots. While others skim reality, you dive beneath it. Your mind doesn't rush to conclusions. It builds frameworks. This is why introverts replay conversations. Not because they're insecure, but because their brain is extracting meaning. What did that tone mean? Why did that moment feel off? What pattern does this fit into? Psychologists call this deep cognitive processing. It's the same trait found in writers, strategists, psychologists, philosophers, visionaries. You don't think fast, you think far. And in a world addicted to speed, depth becomes rare, and rare becomes valuable. Next strength. Introverts have powerful social radar. You notice things others miss. A pause that's slightly too long. A smile that doesn't reach the eyes. A joke hiding discomfort. You pick up emotional undercurrents because your attention isn't spent performing. You're not thinking, how do I look right now? You're thinking, what's actually happening here? That's why people feel calm around you. Heard, seen, safe. Not because you talk more, but because you listen fully. That's why strangers sometimes open up to you. Why friends trust you with things they don't tell others. Your presence lowers defenses. That's not accidental. That's a psychological strength. Another hidden strength, emotional regulation. Introverts feel deeply, but they don't react instantly. There's a pause between feeling and expression. That pause is powerful. It allows the rational brain to step in, to regulate emotion before action. So instead of exploding, you process. Instead of oversharing, you choose. This is why introverts often become the calm one in chaos, the steady one in conflict, the grounded one when emotions run high. Quiet doesn't mean fragile. Often, it means resilient. Now let's talk about leadership, because this is where introverts are most misunderstood. Leadership isn't volume. It isn't dominance. It isn't constant visibility. Real leadership is trust. Introverts build trust naturally. They don't interrupt for attention. They don't center themselves. They don't lead from ego. They observe first, understand dynamics, then act deliberately. That creates consistency, and consistency creates safety. Some of the most effective leaders in history were introverts, not because they inspired with noise, but because they inspired with clarity. They spoke when it mattered, and when they did, people listened. Now let's address the exhaustion, because if you're introverted, you've probably judged yourself for this. Why do social situations drain you? Why do you need silence to recover? Here's the science. Introverts have higher baseline brain stimulation. Your mind is already active, so constant input isn't energizing. It's taxing. Your nervous system isn't antisocial. It's selective. Think of it like this. Your battery doesn't recharge faster. It starts fuller, So when it drains, you feel it deeply. Alone time isn't avoidance, it's maintenance. Here's the most important reframe. Stop asking how to be more extroverted. Start asking how to work with your energy instead of against it. Introversion isn't something to overcome. It's something to design your life around. When you honor your rhythm, you gain clarity, focus, quiet confidence. Here are 3 shifts you can start today. First, protect your energy without guilt. Saying no isn't rude, it's regulation. Second, choose depth over exposure. Fewer conversations, stronger connections. Third, speak with intention. Your words carry weight because you don't waste them. You don't need to be louder to matter. You need to be aligned. And here's the truth about the future. As the world gets louder, people crave calm. As attention spans shrink, depth becomes rare. As authenticity replaces performance, introverts rise, quiet thinkers, observers, listeners. You are never behind. You are preparing for a world that hasn't fully arrived yet. So stop shrinking yourself to fit noise. Your quiet was never a flaw. It was training. If this video made you feel understood, like someone finally put words to what you've always felt, you're not alone. Like the video if this resonated. Comment Lurker Gang if you're introverted. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And follow Psycho Shinro for more psychology that reveals the hidden strengths of the human mind. Your quiet matters.